Shabbat Shalom from the south of Israel, right near the Gaza border. I'm Sergeant Major Chaim Mailspin, and guys, let me tell you what I'm thinking of Shabbat in a tunnel for the hostages, the many hostages that are still being held there in these dungeons of despair and darkness. Even toddlers, even babies, women, men. We gotta rescue them. We gotta keep pushing forward. We cannot give up. We cannot get tired. We're not gonna cave to any pressure. That's for sure. We're gonna bring them home so they can have Shabbat at home. You've seen the news yesterday. 5 Israeli hostages who were actually killed on October 7th. But we don't know if they're alive or dead until you go in these tunnels, until you go into these areas. And this area was a humanitarian zone in southern Gaza. And IDF had to adjust the humanitarian zone and say, well, we are going to come into this part of the humanitarian zone because that's where the bodies were. Every indication said they're being hid under a humanitarian zone. It's just crazy dealing with this urban warfare. I don't know any army that's got to deal with this kind of stuff in this kind of way, on this kind of level. And after adjusting it, guess what? Tunnels were found based on intelligence of detained terrorists, and some of them gave up some information, and there was a tunnel 200 meters long, 20 meters deep, with multiple rooms, and these rooms didn't just appear there. They didn't just these tunnels didn't just magically appear there. They were being dug and built cages with locks for hostages to be held in for years and years and years, waiting for this moment. And now it's happening, and we're dealing with this. How do we let this happen? How do we not destroy these tunnels better? I'm asking myself because I'm the guy who was dealing with tunnels years ago. Another tunnel was like 60 meters deep, and IDF soldiers, it's the blue-white unit. It's a conglomerate of many forces, including Yalom, but also other heroic units, elite units. Based on information, we're able to go in, retrieve these hostages, and it's an honor. It's an honor to be in Yahalom, right, during these times of seeing our skill set come into and some soldiers prayed the Kaddish over these bodies. 2 soldiers, they prayed for them as they were being transported back to their families to have an honorable burial after all this time. And as you're enjoying your Shabbat, as you're resting, relaxing in your homes, as you're connecting with the Jewish community wherever you are, connect with them, wish them a Shabbat Shalom, please. These are times when you need encouragement. Isaiah 40, comfort you, my people, God says. And I want you to pray for the release of these hostages, okay? And for strong leaders to arise, strong leaders who don't put up with this stuff. We will not let our world plunge into an apocalypse, into an anarchy. It's such a great honor to hear my good friend Erick Stakelbeck share about
dire situation, and yet anti-Semitism also rising around the world.
Families that have had to flee from the rocket fire, who had to flee in the north and from the south, and were able to house them. And he talked about the project, the lighthouse, that we're making to help more lone soldiers, to help more new immigrants.
A good friend, Chaim Mailspin, he himself made Aliyah, moved to Israel when he was just 15. So he's got firsthand knowledge on what it's like to have to adjust to Israeli society. It's an amazing society, but for anyone, it's not easy to adjust. Well, the Aliyah Return Center, and Chaim, by the way, is a member of the Israel Defense Forces. Folks, he's in the trenches right now on active duty, fighting terrorists. He's serving. He's a father, he's a husband, but he's out there, he's serving the land of Israel, all while he is helping to bring Jewish people back to Israel as he heads up the Aliyah Return Center. The URL, you see it there on your screen, aliyahreturncenter.com/donate to support their, more than important, their biblical work. Again, this is the ingathering of the exiles back to Israel. It's aliyahreturncenter.com/donate. People ask me all the time, Erick, how can I help Israel? Here you go. This is why we're bringing you an organization like this, partnering with the Aliyah Return Center. They're doing God's work. aliyahreturncenter.com/donate. And folks, one project in particular I want to tell you about, the Lighthouse. It's one of the great initiatives at the Aliyah Return Center. And it is nestled, I love that, nestled in the heart of the Galilee of the nations, as Chaim puts it. The Lighthouse stands as a symbol of hope, support, and community. It's a multifaceted headquarters, and it's a hub where lives are transformed, dreams are nurtured for people coming to Israel. They're arriving, and look, they're providing essential housing to lone soldiers, new immigrants making Aliyah to Israel, coffee shop, barbecue area, a museum, shining a light. And we have more from Chaim Mailspin on this initiative. Take a look.
Friends, are you faithful with what God's given you to steward? Here, the faithful Galileans are so excited about the top floors of this building. We believe it's time for a lighthouse to shine a light once again in the Galilee. Israel's been in darkness. A desolation is now turning to a restoration. And we're so excited to be part of it together, both Israel and the nations. Friends, this is not a small financial undertaking, but for God, the God of miracles, the Galilean rabbi, nothing is impossible. Will you help us bring this Isaiah 9 vision, this light, this lighthouse? In Hebrew it says in Isaiah 9, the light touches upon them. We believe that it's time for you torchbearers to join your light with ours and shine. Will you partner with us today and make this light blaze throughout the world?
Folks, amazing. It's even better for Chaim himself to explain it, as you just saw. He's a great guy. I've known Chaim for a long time, doing awesome work on YouTube as well, getting the message out. And again, he's in the IDF, folks. He's battling for the very existence of the nation, all while running the Aliyah Return Center. It's aliyahreturncenter.com/donate, fulfilling that biblical mandate to bless Israel. That's exactly what you're doing when you support them. And we are proud here to partner with this great organization.
Thank you, Eric, for standing and doing that for us and really getting the word out for us, and so people can sow in.